All right, here's the quick start guide to doing something with the auto chopper. Just day one, let's make something. So if you drag in a sample up here, you can see we have some slices. If you hold Command or Control, you can zoom in and you can edit these slice markers. So if I want to move it around, I can do that. If I want to add one, I double click. I can right click to delete one. If I zoom back out again, if I turn up the sensitivity in the slicing area, let me put this back on slice. I can automatically redraw where these slices occur. So you can edit this as you see fit, or you can, just let the automatic slicing mode do its thing. This controller I was just playing with, slice, is going to play just the slice, and that's it. If you hit through, it will keep, oh, excuse me, I got to bring this control up. Explain that in a second. If you hit through, it'll keep playing the whole sample. If you stick to slice, it just plays that slice. So that's the deal there. And then this zero crossing control, you'll see it move around some of the markers. That's just snapping the slice markers to zero crossings, and you can use that in this crossfade control to prevent clicks during playback. As you just saw, we have an amp envelope, so I can control the length of things as well as what happens after I hit the key. In slice mode, this won't do very much, but in through, this is going to do something. So, I mean, that's an envelope. You get the idea there. Same thing, we have another envelope that controls the filter. Let me just unmap this. We'll get to that in a second. If you turn up the amount, it will open the filter higher. If you turn it the other way into negative values, it does the opposite. So I will leave it here. And we have an envelope that controls how quickly this happens. Then we have an arpeggiator. It can go forward, backward. It can ping pong left to right, or it can go randomly. We have a couple modes. We have a sync mode. So that predictably plays to whatever subdivision you have here. You can swing it if you like. That's pretty cool. All right. And then if you like what just happened, you can hit this. Let me add some stuff in here. You can hit this drag MIDI button and drag out a MIDI clip, and then turn this off, and then it will play back exactly what just happened. It's a buffer of up to 32 bars, so you might have to go and delete the stuff you don't want. But the main thing is the notes are there if you want. If something cool happens and you're like, I want to do this exactly every time, that's the function to use for that. But for now, I'm just going to get rid of this clip and put the arpeggiator back on. I'll show you about my favorite part of this, which is, so you have sync, plays to a subdivision with swing or not. You have free, just a free running arpeggiator to a fixed rate in hertz. And then you have slice length. This actually works better when you have different length slices, predictably. So this is going to play back the slice based on its length. So shorter slices will play quicker, longer slices take longer. I don't know of another arpeggiator that does exactly this. Oh, and also you can see if you hold the mouse over various areas of the UI, you'll see tooltips that explain things. So that can be very helpful. And it kind of beats reading the manual because you can learn as you go right in the plugin. But anyway, so we have this slice length thing. Right? You can scale this up or down. So if positive values are going to make this happen less frequently, negative ones speed it up and make it happen more frequently. I'll put that back at 0. And then if you hit quantize, it's going to snap that playback to the closest 16th note, whatever that is. And I find this very useful for making rhythmic sequences that aren't just like straight, some subdivisions, straight eighth notes or straight triplets or 16ths or whatever. It's going to move around and land on different parts of the beat. So this is a pretty fun feature. Again, I don't really know of any other plugin that does this. Same deal here. If you want it to happen less frequently, you turn the time up, turn it down, and it'll get closer to whatever the subdivision is. And the same deal if you're like, hey, that was awesome. You have the MIDI right here. So you can Just turn this off and trigger your MIDI clip. And whatever just happened will be here somewhere. So the next thing is the modulators. You have an LFO, another LFO, and then 2 envelopes. If you hit map, stuff will blink that you can map it to. So say I wanted to map this to like pitch. It's obviously varying the pitch. You use these to turn knobs for you. Now, if I don't want a straight sine wave, I can mix in a stepped sample and hold wave. If I want to offset it to a higher value, let's use offset. If I want it to just move less, turn the depth down. If I want it to move faster, I can turn up the rate. I could also clock it to whatever the project tempo is. Let me just adjust this. There we go. And also, if you take the thing it's mapped to, you can vary the center frequency of what that's going to be. So if you want it to hang in the lower region, you just turn it down. Same thing here. And the same thing is true for these envelopes. Like if I wanted to map this to like my filter cutoff, can do the same thing. I can make the arpeggiator trigger it. So every time this arpeggiator throws a note, it'll re-trigger the envelope. Or I could just have it run once when I put the first note in. It's whatever you want to do. Again, we have a depth control. We have an envelope set of sliders, so you can vary things that way. And also an offset control. If you want it to hang lower, you can just turn the offset down. Or same thing, you can have it go the other way. So a lot of possibilities with just using these 4 modulators to turn knobs for you. So let's go to the effects section. This works a little differently than you might expect because this is not a master effects section like you see in the note here. Each effects chain applies to one slice. If you want to apply effects to everything, I recommend you just use your DAW plugins because everybody has those. But what you can do is, say for this one, I want to put some sauce on it. I can do that. Let me actually turn the arpeggiator off for this just so I can... Let's pick this slice. Right, so if you want to go in and program each slice one at a time to do something really specific, you can do that. The other thing you can do, if you hit random slice, you have some functions here. Turn the random amount up. Let me just make sure it does something here. Let's do this slice maybe. Yeah, hit apply, and then it randomizes all the effects, including the reverse and the stretch. If you want to do this across everything, there's a function for that. Hit random all. And then you put the arpeggiator back on. Oop, missed it. There we go. Now, say you want to go in and edit some of this, but for some reason you're like, I really like this slice. I don't want to change it. You can lock it. And then this, if you do other functions here to apply effects, like let me actually reset all these. Reset all will reset unlock stuff, or it will reset locked slices. That's something to know. Same thing. Like if you hit reset here, and it's locked, it will unlock it. So be careful with these 2 buttons. But the point is, like for this, let's just turn some effects on. If I hit like random reverse, this is going to apply a random process. It's going to reverse a slice or not randomly across all of them, right? And hit apply. It won't change this one because this is locked. So now if I use the arrow keys and navigate through these, I see that some of them are reversed, some of them are not. The higher this random amount is, the higher the likelihood and the more extreme settings it will choose. So that's just all stuff to know. And so you can do this for individual effects. So if you want to just apply randomized stretch or chorus or ring modulation or any one of these. You can do that, or like I said, you can just kind of go for broke and say randomize everything. So in this case, it'll do all kinds of stuff. Let me. In this case, it wound up a little quiet, so no big deal. You could just compress stuff, or turn up the playback volume. But that's the auto chopper in a nutshell. So that hopefully gets you up and running and playing around and learning the basics of it. And if you check out some of the other videos on the site or the YouTube channel, you will get a deeper explanation of how each section of this works. So you can make some cool sequences and hopefully, ignite some creativity for yourself. So enjoy.